Good afternoon, everyone. At this time, I would like to call the regular board meeting, March 23rd, 20 to order. If you would all please stand so we can do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence if you choose to. Amen. Now we have roll call by Ms. Penn.
Good evening. Ms. Chastity Meyer. Here. Ms. Catherine Russell.
Here.
Dr. Valerie Cave.
Here.
Ms. Athea Carter.
Here.
Ms. Farrah Maynard.
Here.
Ms. Nakisha Holloway.
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Penn. Now, can I get a motion for the approval of the agenda?
I make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Can I get a second?
Second. A second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the agenda for the March 23rd, 26th board meeting. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? So move. Now can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the board meeting on February 23rd, 2026?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of board meeting February 23rd, 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the minutes on the board meeting February 23rd, 2026. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? So move.
We're now down to greetings. Ms. Audrey Patterson, Principal of AFES, Superintendent's Operational Update, Facility Updates, Curriculum Updates, HR, Student, AIM.
Good evening. I would like to extend a warm greeting to everyone tonight to our March board community meeting. We come together each month to highlight students, teachers, staff, faculty, and even parents. We also come together to talk about the business of our amazing district. But one of the things I wanted to highlight on this evening, we also showcase our students. I want to just take a moment to recognize our steel band. As you were coming in this morning, they were giving you a little taste of what you will expect later on. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to also take a moment to acknowledge their leaders, Ms. Ambrose Wade and Ms. Kimberly Roberts. We have been working with the steel band. Well, we've had the steel band for several years, even before I came on board. And it's a program that we've extended for quite some time to our third, fourth, and fifth graders. And I've just watched the program grow over the years. And I'm just excited to see what's to come in the future. So thank you for just keeping the arts going, because it's very important. A lot of times we get a lot of highlights from our athletic department, and a lot of times we honor students for their academics. But a lot of times the arts kind of goes unnoticed. So I like the fact that we keep that going here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here on this evening, and we hope that you enjoy.
Good evening, board members, to our chair and vice chair and all of our other board members. It's my delight to be able to present to you our superintendent's operational update. As I do every month, I tell you some of the things that have been going on. So I've had superintendent's roundtable. It's required every month. We've had our executive cabinet meeting. We've been holding progress monitoring meetings, so we make sure we keep up with all our students that are on track and those that need additional support. I'm a member, our whole district is a member of the Chamber of Commerce. So I've had that chamber meeting. I'm now on the board, official board. And also on next week, I think tomorrow, either Wednesday, they're going to come present our district with an award. We were the Chamber of Commerce member of the month. So we were really excited because of all of the things that we're doing. We've had board budget session, work session today, and that was a great meeting. Thank you for your support. We've had our first annual Family Fun Fest. We had over 300 people there. It was really nice this past Saturday. Thank you for those who came out. We had a great time. We've had head football coach interviews. We're going out for another round, so we'll be in head football coach interviews tomorrow and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll be doing another round so we make sure we get the right fit for our students. We've had all kind of Black History celebrations. Some of you have joined us. We've had budget planning meetings with departments, and we launched a new initiative that's been funded by the State Department. It's called Student Motivation Implementation. Thanks to Mr. Dennison, we were able to get connected to that. He worked really hard, and Ms. Davis, for us being able to get our children connected. I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's an AI platform that our children work on during their intervention time, and it allows them to fill their gaps or work on areas that they need additional support on. And it's all driven by AI. And you know, AI is something that everybody's using, artificial intelligence. So if the children do well on a particular item, it will give them points, incentive points. It's all funded by the state. The incentive store, the children determine what they want to buy out of the store with their points. They can save their points to get a big item, or they can buy a bag of Takis every single day if they get a certain amount. But some of them will save their points till the end. Also, it allows them to be able to fill in the gaps. So if they are struggling something, AI will go out, find the right tool for them, and put them on that platform. So it's guaranteed. We do not pay any money. The State Department pays not one penny if it does not work. So they guarantee that the children will move a grade level. So we're fully engaged. 2 districts were selected. Allendale County District was selected in Jasper. So we're fully, and I'm grateful to the State Department because through it, we've gotten some additional support. We're getting all new laptops for grades 3 through 8, as well as we're getting new headphones for all of the children. We're getting some new charging carts as well. I don't think Ms. Davis is here. I think that's everything. Ms. Davis, I'm talking about all of the things we're getting from the State Department. We're getting new laptops, charging carts, headphones, and some, that's it? Headphones? And yes, I said devices. Okay. And support. All right. So we're really excited about all of those things for the children. There's some other things that I wanted you to be able to know. We have an additional Tiger bus. You know that we passed that through the bond. So the second Tiger bus is here. It is the bus that is handicapped accessible. So it has an elevator lift in it so that wheelchairs would be able to go. So it's out on the parking lot. We purchased a CDL truck for our CDL program with our CDL funds for the children to be able to get their CDL license on. It's out in the park. It's white. The esports lab, all of that equipment is here. It's been installed, and we're actually awaiting the wiring hookup there. And as I told you, the student motivation pilot is underway. Our CNA students are participating in their clinicals. Our cosmetology students competed, and we had a second place winner. I'll invite her to the next board meeting so that we can recognize her. And then we've had National Civic Bee winners. At the middle school, we have 3 students that ended up being in the top 20. So we're really excited about where we're going as a district. So this is the week at a glance, just so that I provide you this so that you'll know some of the things that are happening at the school. We have Voorhees Gear Up Day coming March 28th. We have parent-teacher conferences, that was today, as well as our Wellness Day. We have Parenting Night tomorrow night. I think it's called Boots on the Ground over at the middle school. And then we have Classroom PD, which is happening where a consultant will come in and help with some classroom management. It's Bullying Prevention Week here at the elementary school. They had a wonderful rally this morning with a motivational speaker, Mr. B, if he's on the YouTube channel and all, and the children just absolutely love him. They all knew him because they've watched him before. And the PBI store is open, and then we're having, in order to grow our own children, our own athletes, we're starting intramurals. So our children are doing indoor soccer. It's called futsal, and they'll start their competition with that on this Friday. The board budget work section, we had the Family Fun Fest, and we're at our community meeting, and we had early release and wellness activities. Okay, so I'll provide you another one in a week or two so you can see the things that are forthcoming. All right, Dr. Scott.
Good evening again. I'm here to talk about Allendale Impact, which is our instructional updates. We will start Saturday school for students that need Saturday school. That's for elementary, middle, and then credit recovery for our high school students. So any student that needs support in math, please get them signed up for Saturday school. They can see the elementary or middle school principals. Summer school, we will start planning for that. Our next meeting will be April 13th. So we're starting to plan the different programs that we'll have with our summer school. Cave Challenge, we're bringing that back. So hopefully at the next board meeting, we'll be able to recognize those students that have successfully completed 100% on their basic math skills. So a lot of the things that we're doing, we're trying to amp up, because right after spring break, we have iReady testing, and then we go right into SE Ready and end of course. So we'll have a blitz where they're strictly focused on making sure that they know how to be successful on the state test. Failing students are entered into our Panorama program, which is a new system we have for tracking students that are not being successful. So any interventions that they need, they're to be provided in that Panorama program. And if they're not passing the class, they should have already received support based on what plan has been provided by the Panorama program. And then, as Dr. Cave mentioned, we're still doing our progress monitor meetings. So we have 2 scheduled for next month, and then our calibration walks, which with the district team go in and we see what's going on in the classrooms. Those are all the updates at this time. Are there any questions or concerns? All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, I think Dr. Miller, you're up.
Good evening to our board and to Superintendent Cave. I will present to you this evening our report for the Office of Human Resources. As you see the PowerPoint that's presented before you, you will notice that a number of vacancies are listed. These vacancies are listed as a normal, as a customary aspect of Office of Human Resources. Whenever it comes to a point when we're getting ready for the new year, we want to make sure that their vacancies are listed, some that are specific to the ones that we know whether it's retirement, whether it's people that have done resignations and those kinds of things. But also, we're always looking, as you all know, we have Full Mind Educators, which are virtual. We have Reliant teachers, which, some are doing outstanding work, but they are also third-party contract companies. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can get employees and candidates and teachers that are not in third-party companies as best as we can, as well as to get in-person facilitators, instructors in the building, before our children. So that is the reason why you see a number of vacancies listed at this time. So you'll see your early childhood and elementary. There is specific, so there is a 4K and a 5th grade because that's just something that we know in the SPED. Middle level teachers, math, science, social studies, ELA, and SPED. Some of those are specific, but some of those are just general vacancies and those things that we want to keep posted. Secondary teachers, math, Spanish, social studies, and STEM. And right now, at least 2 of those things are actual vacancies, while the other 3 are actually customary. Now we also have the head football coach and assistant athletic director position. We are continuing, as you all know, we've probably had about 4 weeks of interviews going on. We're in a 3rd phase of those interviews beginning tomorrow and the 25th. So on Tuesday and Wednesday will be interviews for the head football coach and assistant athletic director. So hopefully after Wednesday, we hopefully will be able to announce who might be the person moving forward in that position. School psychologist and speech pathologist, and those are 2 vacancies at this time in our district. If you look over at the classified vacancies, as you all know, the Director of Technology position, while we have our intern Director of Technology, that position is considered vacant until we move forward in hiring and whatever that hiring or appointment might be. But you'll see March and April interviews. SY 26-27 custodian, because we know that there is a custodian that's moving on, and therefore we'll have a position available for next year in that role. Here you can see as certified vacancies, while I've already talked about the head football coach, but this just shows you that these are, and I kind of put it as district level positions in a sense, while it is a position that is really housed at the high school. When you start looking at an athletic director or assistant athletic director, that's why you see it appear in 2 places. And then also the coordinator of safety and security and extended learning opportunities. That position was posted on March 12th. Interviews will begin in April, and that is the position of the person that will be over the Aspire Academy for the 26-27 school year. So what else is happening in HR? As you all know, we had our 2nd annual wellness day hosted on today, which was exceptional. A lot of our employees and staff totally enjoyed themselves throughout this afternoon, and so we're excited that maybe on the next time that we present, that we'll be able to present some pictures and some other things, and I'm sure that our communication department, Ms. Sanders, that she'll have some things posted soon as well, and you'll be able to see those things. We have induction classes continuing tomorrow with our new teachers. Certification renewal meetings are continuing through this month. Continuing budget and staffing meetings with the superintendent, with finance team, appropriate department, and school leaders. Also, we're in dead smack in the midst of 26-27 contract development, so making sure that those contracts have what is supposed to have on those contracts. As you all know, we're supposed to make sure that we include location and the projected salary for next year on those contracts. So that's what we're making sure that we have ready for when we distribute those contracts. And in the next slide, I'll talk about the timeline. Also, the non-teaching experience compensation that will begin SY 26-27. By the end of this week, I'll have something posted on our website around procedures and processes for how that actually happens and what that looks like. And for anybody that does not know what that is, it is for individuals. For example, if you worked in a biology lab and you did it for 20 years, and then you come to be a biology teacher, what they're saying now is that 2 for 1, that they'll give you for the 20 years, they'll give you 10 years of experience. And that 10 years of experience will not go towards your retirement, but will go towards compensation. And that will begin SY 26-27 school year, okay? And so that will be posted, what we're looking at least by the end of the week, so people will know kind of that process, what that looks like, and also instructions for what it looks like when they have to do those things with the State Department, okay? You also have Sarah meeting. We have a Sarah meeting. I have a Sarah meeting with Dr. Cave along with Principal Hall and Principal Dandy as we look at an educator pathway. We talk about this all the time. We talk about me going out and recruiting north, south, east, and west, trying to find and using all types of strategies to get individuals to come to Allendale. But we also have to think about growing our own. We have to think about an educator pathway where we begin to talk to students in middle school about the importance of having an educator, importance of being an educator, making that pathway look like something that they want. Because there are so many things that they would be able to take advantage of when they go into the field of education. And so protein will be something that will be at the middle school, and then of course Teacher Cadet will continue to have that at high school, but just being able to build a pathway that will help students to know about education and know that it is indeed a pathway that they can consider. And the last important dates to remember: distribute certified and classified recommendations for higher documents to principals. That was done on February 23rd. Those documents were due on February 27th. Staffing conversations with the week of March 2nd. We are planning for certified contracts to be issued on April 1st, if all goes well with that. The classified letters of agreement will be issued on April the 13th. The retention bonus deadline will be April 24th, and what that is if you sign your contract by April 24th, you will then be eligible for the retention bonus. If you do not sign it by April 24th, you are not eligible for the retention bonus. Last day for educators to request certificate updates, that's on April 30th. So that's for educators that get a master's degree or they get a doctorate degree, and they want us to be able to review that and the state to review that so that they can move up in their category. So if they were bachelors and they moved to masters, or masters, they move to doctorate, they have until April 30th to provide that information in order for it to affect their compensation for this year. After April 30th, they will not affect their compensation for this year. It will affect compensation for SY 26-27, okay? Notification to working retirees. We do have retirees in our district that work, and we thank them every day for the service that they provide, but we can notify them before May 1st. Anytime before May 1st, whatever our district preference is, to let them know if we found someone that is a non-retiree for their position. And if we have, then we'll move forward with that candidate. If not, then we will continue to have conversations with those retirees about returning for the following year. Last day for submissions of contracts and letters of agreement, and that is by law, it is May 10th. So all teachers have that until that time to submit their signed contracts. And that is it for the Office of Human Resources.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Miller. I'll come back in a few moments, Board, and do our mid-year data review after we've had our financial report. But before I do that, I do want to talk just about our facility upgrades so that I can just make the audience aware, or the community aware of where we are. We talked about it in our budget meeting, but I want to bring it to the forefront. Phase 2, some of the items that we're working on. We're getting new gym bleachers at the high school. We're also getting new weight equipment in the weight room. Estimated the new bleachers will be installed on May 2026, so in just a month or so. The weight room, estimated time of arrival is 12 weeks for that, so hopefully it'll be here for the students to have in the when the football season begins. And the new cafeteria lights will be installed on April 6th. We're in the middle of phase 3, and that's the new Performing Arts Center. They're doing structural things, mechanical things. They're doing the baller replacements because we needed some additional ballers, and they're working on plumbing. So hopefully my students won't be able to be cold this time when it gets cold again, because we're getting all new ballers thanks to some of the construction money that we're working on, we're using. Tonight, you worked with us so that we can get new stadium lights. So we're looking forward to having the new stadium lights. Thank you, Board. And then we're working on upgrading the Alternative Center, where the Aspire Academy, and we use it for our alternative learning, and we also use it for our out-of-school suspension instead of sending the children home. Okay? So I wanted the audience, community to be aware of where we are, and I thank you so very much for your support. That's it for me, and I think it's finance next.
Okay, we're down to our district finance report. We'll get a report on the monthly financials from LaShonda Jackson, Director of Finance, and our mid-year data review.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'll be going over the February 2026 financial statement. On June 30th, 2025, the Allendale County School Board and the South Carolina Department of Education approved a $16,769,513 operating budget. As of February 27, 2026, total revenues received are $10,381,466. Total expenses through February 27th, $10,042,865, which is a surplus of $338,602. Any questions? Just a reminder, on April 20th, we will have our third and final budget workshop at 6 o'clock p.m. Since there's no questions at this time, I request a motion for the board to accept the February 2026 financial report as presented.
I move that we accept our financial report for tonight.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. All in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to do our mid-year data review. This is not our benchmark data, but this is our iReady data, which gives us a good predictive projection analysis of where our children will fall for SC Ready. Okay, we still got some work to do, but children are doing pretty good. They really, I'm really proud of them. So if you will follow along with me, hopefully the audience will be able to see some of it, or I can make it available. We can post it so everyone can see. There are several dots across the top. There are 2 green dots, a yellow dot, and 2 red dots. An orange dot, I think, and it's a red dot. So the first green dot tells us our number of children that are exceeding grade level. The green, that's the first dot with the black lines in it. The next green dot, those are our children who are meeting expectations. The yellow dot are our children who are 1 grade level below. The orange dot are 2 grade levels below. And then the red dot is 3 grade levels below. I say it right, Miss? Right. Okay? So you can see the percentage as well as the number of children in that particular grade level. And the last column is the number of children who performed or who participated in the test. So you can see how kindergarten, grade level 1, 2, and these are our reading scores, our ELA scores, how our children are doing. So we have a significant number of children that are 1 grade level below. But it has tremendously improved because you'll see we don't have as many children now 2 and 3 grade levels below. So the children are moving more towards meets and exceeds category, but we're working on getting those children who are 1 grade level below caught up, okay? And some of the things that we do, Dr. Scott, if I forget something, you let me know. We do varsity tutoring. We do high dosage tutoring. We have MTSS process in place. We also have interventions that go on at the school as well, okay? And then we have after school, and then we have Waterford that allows our children to practice reading, math skills, and we also have progress learning. We have iReady, as well as we're now doing student and motivention to help our children get caught up. All right, I'm really proud of the work that our teachers are doing and our students are doing because they're really working hard. Now, our next slide is not going to be as inviting, but because it's math. Now, math is something we struggle with nationwide. So the majority of our children are 1 grade level below in math. You see kindergarten, which I'm worried about because we have a significant number of children 1 grade level below in kindergarten. But a lot of times that means they're not coming from home ready, which we understand. Some of them haven't been in pre-K, so we have to build those early literacy skills. So we changed our curriculum in early to Frog Street. So we're doing some things differently for early literacy, as well as math. All of our early childhood teachers are going through letters, so we're getting some various things done so we can get our children on grade level, okay? But we continue to work on math because that's where the majority of our children are 1 grade level below. But they're getting better. Okay? So here are ELA scores for 6 through 8. So the middle school continues to work hard there. This is ELA. We do have some children that are in the 1 grade level below, but board, one of the reasons that we have children in the 1 grade level below is because traditionally they have been behind 1 or more grade levels. So at least we don't have a significant portion in the 3 grade level below. We do have in grade 7, but I'm going to tell you about the grade 7 children. At COVID, where were the grade 7 children? They were at home, right? So that's a significant number. I think those children were maybe 4th graders at that time, okay? All right. All right. So let's look at math. We have, we still struggle in math at middle school as well, okay? But we are getting better. We have more children now in the meeting category. You'll see that second green dot. So the children are moving towards meets and exceed, but we have a lot of work we need to do in math. That's why we wrote the high dosage tutoring grant, and we continue to work on that. That's why we're working on CAVES Challenge. So we continue to work on, have children learning their basic facts so that we can get those scores up. Okay, our school district middle school is also in the Palmetto Math Project, where our teachers go to get professional development, learn new strategies. Just had a whole group of teachers that just came back from NCTM, which is the National Council on Mathematics and Teachers Conference, and we are continuing to have as much math professional development as we possibly can. All right, so here are our projections. So I want to go over how this looks. So we have projection proficiency that tells us how our students will do on an assessment on SC Ready. And this is what it's telling us. So in that first column, it tells you the projected proficiency of the number of children at grades 3 and 4 that will be at meets or exceeds in that first level. So I'm really proud of that because grade 3, you can see what it says. If we have no more growth, if children stay where they are, we'll have 51% of those children that will meet mastery. If we have some typical growth, we'll have 61%, and if we do stretch growth, we'll have 66%. So our children are working really hard so they can meet that stretch growth. They know that they need to meet stretch growth. So you can tell here the children have done, they've done a great job and working really hard so that we can meet those goals. 4th grade continues to be a struggle because you got to remember where those children were during COVID as well. COVID period, all right? So fourth grade is one of those grades that struggles. 4 and 7 are those grades that struggle. All right. And then we'll look at our math, projected proficiency. Now we do have grade 3. Grade 4 is doing marvelous. I'm at grade 3. Has done a good job, and we've struggled there with a teacher because our teacher is ill. Even with the absence of a teacher, we've had lots of people that came in and provide support, and those children are still doing quite well. Grade 4 and grade 5, you can see where the projected level of proficiency is going to be there. We have some work that we need to work on with grade 5. So our administrator, Ms. Patterson, is aware, and they're working on some things with grade 5 children. Now, in the middle school for ELA, I'm proud of where they are. Our 6th grade, we have several children there, 45% of those children that are meeting or exceeding. Now, do we want to be 60? Yes, we want to get at 60%. But if they get to their stretch growth, we will be at 60%. I'd like for everybody to be 60, 70% and above. And we will get there because you see some of the grade levels can definitely get there. 6 and 8, we have some work we need to do with grade 7. But we can get there with 60% if they meet their stretch growth. Right? We just got to push them a little bit harder, and the children are going to work a little bit harder. And then math continues to be a struggle. Dr. Scott is in and out of those classrooms all the time with mathematics, and we're doing on-demand PD to try to make sure we are meeting those learning gaps that the children are having. And I think almost every child in the middle school is either in varsity tutors, high-dosage tutoring. They're in some tutoring of some kind, so we can meet those math gaps. All right, that's it for me. If there are any questions, I'll entertain those at this time. If you'd like to know anything about the academics, I will come again at next board meeting. We'll have our benchmark data. I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about high school and our science. Okay? I'll talk about them at next board meeting. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. What's next on the agenda?
Recognition
Okay.
of steel drum band performance and student and staff recognition.
Okay, so we'll now have the steel drum band performance. Ms. Patterson, you want to introduce the steel drum band or have the wonderful director to talk a little bit about them?
So we're at the time in our program where we're going to definitely show you all the hard work that our babies, our students, and our scholars have been putting in. They get together every Tuesday and rehearse. And it's quite interesting because they're right next to my office, and I hear these drums, y'all, all day. But it's okay. I love it. I love music, so it doesn't bother me at all. But they have been working really hard. So without further ado, steel band.
Thank you so much. We've been waiting all year to perform this song for you. Each year we have the students come up with a cheer. We teach them about rhythms and music composition. So I don't know if some of you have noticed from earlier years, but we always start with a cheer and the students actually come up with what they want us to say. So we are known as the Allendale Steel Tigers. So there's going to be a part in our cheer where we need everyone in here to participate with us. Our band's going to shout steel, and we want you to yell tiger. So you'll know where that is. Do us proud. Everybody got it? All you got to do is shout tigers. So here is our steel tiger cheer. Smiles on those faces. Yay, Steel Tigers! This is a song that I wrote for the little steel drums up front, but they did such a great job with it, and we wanted to add another song, so then we arranged it, and we have all of the 4th and 5th graders playing along. This is called Hammock Holiday, and we hope you feel like you are at the beach. Y'all ready? Smile, smile, smile. Let's give our 3rd graders one more round of applause. They're done for tonight. All right. And after this, parents, after the meeting's over, we just ask that you let them help us take everything back. Miss Ambrose and I, well, I'm not the age I used to be, so it takes me a lot longer to move all this. So our last song for you tonight features our 4th and 5th graders. This is actually one of my favorite songs we have done here. This is, I think, year number 20 for me, working with the Allendale Steel Band, now Allendale Fairfax Steel Band. But this is a calypso called Both of Them.
Great job. Truly enjoyed you all. Great job.
Good job, good job.
Yeah, that one's not working. Okay, it's my turn to do some recognitions. So every month we recognize our students for Student of the Month. So we're going to get started. Our thank you, Ms. Davis. Our AFES Student of the Month is none other than Jordan Triplett. So Jordan is a 5th grade student. He was selected as Student of the Month because of his outstanding effort, and I can attest to that, his positive attitude, and his commitment to learning. He consistently completes his work, participates in class discussions, and demonstrates respect, kindness toward both his peers and teachers. His determination and willingness to help others makes them a wonderful example of what it means to be a responsible student. I want you to shake all the board members' hands, Jordan, all right? Congratulations, Jordan. Next, we have Matthew Morrell. Is Matthew here? All right, look at Matthew. Come on down, Matthew. Matthew is our AFMS Student of the Month. Matthew Morrell is a great middle school student who consistently demonstrates a positive attitude and strong commitment to his learning. He is respectful, responsible, and works well with both his peers and teachers. Matthew's dedication and willingness to give his best effort make him a standout student and a valued member of the school community. Congratulations, Matthew. Last but not least, we have Zania White. Is Zania here? Okay, I know Ms. Zania. Zania White is a deserving Student of the Month who consistently demonstrates a positive attitude, strong work ethic, and commitment to her academic success. She's respectful, responsible, and serves as a great role model for her peers. Zania's dedication to doing her best and her willingness to participate and contribute in class make her a valued member of the school community. And I will add, she has been serving we have 2 students on the interview team for our football coach, and she is one of those students and doing an outstanding job. All right, let's congratulate Zania. All right. Now, for our Teachers of the Month, these are our champions in the classroom. Our first one for our AFES Employee of the Month is Miss Penny Preacher Johnson. Is she here? All right. She is a hardworking member of our team. She's dependable and goes above and beyond call of duty. Yes, she does. She maintains a positive mindset daily and is always willing to step in and do whatever is needed. She's truly an asset to the school family. Let's congratulate Miss Penny Preacher Johnson. And then at the middle school is Miss Jessica Grant. Is Miss Grant here? Okay. So Ms. Grant, I believe she teaches social studies. All right. She consistently demonstrates dedication, professionalism, and a genuine passion for teaching. She creates a positive and engaging classroom environment where students feel supported. Let's congratulate Ms. Grant. And for our high school Teacher of the Month is none other than Ms. Zelda Hughes Howard. And I don't think she's here, but she is the ELA teacher at the high school, and she's an outstanding high school teacher who exemplifies excellence in education. She's dedicated to her students' success and works diligently to create a support learning environment. She consistently goes above and beyond. So let's congratulate Ms. Zelda House Hewitt. Okay. Next, we have our maintenance member of the month. And our maintenance person of the month is Mr. Patrick Felder. I don't think he's here, but Mr. Felder is a hardworking gentleman, and our custodian of the month is Mr. Christopher Simmons. All right. And our bus driver of the month is Miss Kimberly Wright. So we will definitely recognize all of them, and thank you so very much for those recognitions. Now, we always do Parents of the Month. We don't do them every month, but we set aside a special time. They get a yard sign, and I'm going to have Dr. Faniki Jenkins to join me. I think I saw her. She's coming. You want to read? You want me to read? Okay. All right. So our first Parent of the Month, Dr. Jenkins is over this aspect because she's our Parent Engagement Coordinator, is Miss Mary Morrell. She is at the high school. Miss Morrell we'd like to recognize and thank Miss Morrell. Is she here? Is Miss Morrell here? For all of her help and contributions to Allendale Fairfax High School. She attends and supports all the programs. No matter what is asked of her, she always is there. Shanice, Miss Mary Morrell. So let's give her a congratulations. Our middle school Parent of the Month is Miss Shanice Murray. Is Miss Murray here? Yes, she is. Miss Murray is very hands-on and is always available when needed. And I know we see her often. Miss Shanice Murray, congratulations. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you very much. All right. So she'll get a yard sign to put in her yard. It's a Parent of the Month. And Miss Kendra Moore is our next Parent of the Month from elementary school. Ms. Moore is our second grade Parent of the Month. She is the mother of Devon Scott and Skylar Moore. She's very supportive and a helpful parent. She participates in class and school-based activities. Whatever she's asked to do, she rises to the occasion. Thank you, Ms. Kendra Moore. They'll all get a yard sign to put in their yards, and I think they have some nice little gifts there. Okay? All right. Thank you, students. Thank you, Steel Drum Band. You did a marvelous job. Thank you, parents, for everything that you do each and every day to provide that support. And thank you to our teachers and our students of the month for being the very best that you can be every single day. All right, that's it for me.
Once again, we want to tell the Steel Band we really enjoyed you all. You all are doing a great job. At this time, we're going to recess into executive session for personnel update, retirement, resignation, termination, hiring, transfer, and also discussion of negotiation incident to propose contractual arrangement. We thank each and every one of you for coming out. You're more than welcome to stay until we come out of executive session, but if not, have a safe trip home. Thank you. Can I get a motion?
I move that we go into executive session.
Second.
It's been moving properly second that we go into executive session. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Any opposes? So moved. That would be great.
Lord, I hope.